Thanks for watching AM Northwest. He connects with souls on the other side and brings comfort to souls right here on Earth. Here to tell us more about his work as a psychic medium, we welcome Daniel Monroe. Hi, Daniel. So you're a psychic medium.
I am, yeah.
Tell people that, I know what that is, but tell people what you do.
So it means I have the gift to be able to connect with crossed over loved ones on the other side, bringing validations and healing, but also to prove that there is life after death and that our departed loved ones are still a part of our life, just in a different way.
Just in a different way.
Yeah.
So now how did you discover you could do this?
So I moved out. I grew up in a very small town, a blended family, but I moved out at the age of 17 and I would randomly pass out when I was in school. Doctors were trying to look.
You would randomly pass out?
Yeah. So there was so much emotions happening. My mom would like freak out. So I had to go to a neurospecialist. I had a heart monitor on me, all of that. And then next thing you know, they couldn't find anything wrong with me. I moved out. I went to something called a spiritual healer, walked into the same appointment, walked out talking to dead people. It was crazy.
What made you go to a spiritual healer in the first place?
So when you have a neurospecialist and you have heart monitors and you have all these people saying like, well, we see it's happening, we can't explain it. So then now looking back on it, it was all this energy that was surrounding me, negativity that was happening growing up and things like that. So it was just super overwhelming. And so when you can't explain it, it's like, okay, somebody has to, because I'm passing out. Like, this isn't normal.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you walked out of that spiritual healer talking to dead people.
Yes.
Was that scary?
Oh, it was terrifying. So I went to cosmetology the next day and I was like sitting next to somebody and I was like, oh my goodness, like, do you have a dad that's departed? And she started crying because I only met her only a week ago. And it was crazy. Yeah, so I was always terrified like somebody was gonna be there, but again, our own mind or what Hollywood had put on mediums and like the spookiness of it, that's what gets you up, because spirit just wants to say, hey, they don't want to actually scare you.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So you don't get scared at all anymore.
Oh no, I'm human. I still get scared.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'm human 100%.
But you're using your gift now to help people.
Absolutely.
And so tell me what you do.
So I not only do mediumship work, but I also do like psychic readings, things like that, but I teach classes and I do a bunch. But my job is to make those connections and make those validations and be able to have spirit come forward and apologize for the drinking issue or release my client or the audience or whatever the case may be that I've been holding on for years, be able to bring them some type of healing and starting the grief process a little bit, move along a little bit better.
So this is a workshop that you do. So what do you teach people in these workshops?
Oh, I teach them all sorts of things, how to either connect with their soul and who they are on a deeper level. I mean, look at me. I mean, I love who I am.
I love that you love who you are.
Thank
and
you.
that you embrace it.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs more of that.
Absolutely. So I teach people how to connect with who they truly are or their gifts or their abilities, because we all have these gifts. Some of us are just better listeners, and that's where I come in. So I can really help start making those connections for you, because energy is all around us and we're constantly, like, you're made of energy, I'm made of energy.
Right.
So it's everywhere. So I teach them how to tap into it.
That's so great. We have had guests on the show who have talked about energy. Like we have a pranic healer who comes on and an energy intuitive.
Yeah.
And so it's all making sense now that it is. And so you just recognize it differently than the average person.
Yep, and I tap into it. So I go, oh, I can see an image here. I can feel an energy or a loved one stepping forward or the emotion behind it as well.
Now, when you do your big Hello from Heaven tour, when you're reading for a huge crowd, how does that work?
So I take the day before, the day of, the day after. Yeah, I was at one of my live shows, and it's anywhere from 100 people to 200 and some odd people.
But see, look at all those people.
Yeah.
So are the spirits going,
yeah,
over
sometimes
here, over
they're jumping up and down, or I will get called in one section, or sometimes piggybacking will end up happening to where I'm talking to someone over here, but someone over there can relate to it. And that's the beauty about the live shows that I do, because obviously I can't get to every single person. So what ends up happening is a lot of people come up and they're like, oh my God, when you were talking to so-and-so, I really felt my mom present, also wanting to apologize for X, Y, and Z. So we all, in those moments, bond together, we heal together. Even I learned from it. There was a show where when my godfather actually stepped forward and I had to like run off stage and my whole team had to like come and get me, and they're like, okay, you have to finish this, but I'm so sorry, but pull it together, because also it affects me as well, because I'm human.
You are human.
Yeah.
And I feel like when people lose a loved one, it's
so
really hard.
Yeah.
And so any validation that they're fine, that they're doing well, or any messages you can get from them.
Yeah.
Do you have a story where it really was a life changer?
Well, I've been doing this since I was 17, and I'm only 22. But
You're only 22.
Yeah, I'm only 22.
Wow.
But one of them was actually recently where a family that was affected by the terrible, tragic 9/11 that happened, and so that actually was really recent. And so after I got done, they were my first client of the day. I wish they were the last one, but as soon as I was done, I had to sit with it. I had to process it, because being in that moment and feeling the energy of the tragic and terrifying things that happened, and having a spirit come up and talk about it, having to be in the middle of it, was really, really, it took a lot. So I started crying.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Well, you have so many fun things coming up. We'll have a link to everything on our website.
Absolutely.
So it's Daniel Monroe, Psychic Medium. His phone number is 360-952-4804. He's on his Hello from Heaven tour. He has an event coming up in Newport, and lots of good information on your website.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Having me.
Thanks for sharing your gift.
Yeah,
I think it's
absolutely.
amazing.